You might think you know what's coming. You might think you've experienced enough in your life to predict the future, to expect how things are going to unfold. But I'm here to tell you, you're not ready for what is coming. The truth is, what is coming isn't just a continuation of the past. It's something new, something that has never been experienced before. And here's the catch, it's not something external that you'll encounter in the world around you. It's something that is awakening inside of you. You may not see it yet, but it's already beginning to stir. This is the moment where the world you have known begins to dissolve, and you are given the opportunity to step into something greater. You see, the universe doesn't operate on the same linear plane we've been taught to believe in. There's a higher, more expansive reality where time, space, and form are not the limiting factors they appear to be. And what's coming is not a random event. It's a shift of profound transformation that is occurring in each one of us, whether we are conscious of it or not. You have been conditioned to think in a certain way, to believe in the limits of your body, your mind, and your life. But what's coming is a breaking down of those limits and opening up to something far beyond your current understanding. When you learn to transcend those boundaries, you will experience a reality where your mind no longer keeps you tethered to your past experiences and emotions. Your reality becomes a canvas, and you are the creator. But this change doesn't come from waiting for something outside of you to happen. It comes from the moment you realize that you have the power to change your internal state, to shift your energy, and to let go of the old patterns that have kept you stuck in a cycle of limitation. What is coming is not a gift that will simply be handed to you. It is a result of the energy you put into creating it. It's about you choosing to move beyond your old self, your old way of thinking, and your old way of feeling. There is a power inside of you that is waiting to be awakened. It's the power of your heart, your mind, and your body in alignment. When you align yourself with this power, the world will respond differently. The circumstances around you will shift, and you will find yourself living in a reality that was once beyond your imagination. But first, you must release the need to control every outcome, to micromanage your life based on past experiences. You are not ready for what is coming because it's not what you think it is. It's not a future that's dictated by the same rules you've always followed. It's a future where you are not a victim to your past, where your thoughts, emotions, and energy have the power to create new outcomes. This is not just about wishing for change, it's about becoming the change, embodying the transformation that is already taking place within you. The most incredible thing about what's coming is that it's not outside of you. It's within you, waiting for you to awaken to its infinite potential. You don't have to wait for the world to change. You don't have to wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right conditions. What's coming is already here, and all you need to do is tap into it. You are not ready because you haven't yet realized the vastness of your own potential. But when you do, when you embrace the power of your mind and the energy that flows through your body, the world will shift in ways that will leave you breathless. So are you ready to step into this new reality? Because it's coming and it's already begun. The question is, are you prepared to become the person who can experience it? You might believe that you know what lies ahead. You might think you've experienced enough in your life to forecast the future, to predict the next step in your journey. But I'm here to tell you that you're not ready for what is coming. The truth is, the future that you expect to unfold is nothing like the one that's waiting for you. What is coming is a transformation so profound, so powerful, that it will shatter the very foundations of your beliefs about who you are and what is possible for you. And this change doesn't come from the outside, it's already beginning within you, whether you realize it or not. It's not a matter of external events or circumstances shifting. No, it's something far deeper than that. What is coming is a profound shift in your consciousness, a change in how you perceive reality, how you relate to the world, and how you interact with yourself. You see, we live in a world that teaches us to measure everything to quantify everything, to reduce everything to formulas and explanations that fit within our limited understanding. We have been conditioned to believe that the future is just a continuation of the past, that the events of our lives are dictated by our circumstances, our environment, and our history. But the truth is, you are far more than the sum of your experiences. And this is what you're not yet ready to grasp. The true potential within you is far greater than the story you've been telling yourself. What is coming is not something that can be measured in conventional ways. It's not a future that fits within the lines of time and space that we've been taught to believe in. It's a shift in perception, a massive awakening of the awareness that you are the creator of your own reality. You have been living your life based on past experiences, based on what you've been taught, based on what others have told you is possible. But the world you're about to step into operates by a different set of rules. This is a reality where the limitations you once believed in no longer apply. It is a world where your thoughts, emotions, and energy are the true architects of your experience. Now, I know you may be wondering, how could this be possible? How could I really create a new reality for myself? This question is the very reason why you're not yet ready. Because when you ask this question, you are still anchored in a past way of thinking. You are still trapped in a reality where you believe that the future is a direct extension of the past. But what's coming is not an extension, it's a leap. It's a leap into the unknown, into a space where the old rules no longer apply, where your thoughts and feelings are the very forces that shape your world. The first step in preparing for what's coming is to understand that what has been holding you back is not the world around you, it's the world within you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs are the filters through which you experience life. And until you begin to shift these internal filters, the reality you experience will continue to reflect the same patterns, the same limitations, and the same struggles. You see, the mind is incredibly powerful, but it is also incredibly limited when it is anchored to the past. Your mind keeps you trapped in old patterns of thinking, old beliefs, old emotions. And as long as you continue to think and feel the same way you always have, you will continue to create the same outcomes in your life. But what's coming is a transformation that begins when you decide to let go of the past. When you decide to stop living as if you are just a victim of your past, your environment, or your circumstances. When you start to recognize that you have the power to change your internal state, to change your thoughts and emotions, and to step into a new way of being, you will begin to see the world around you transform. You will see the universe respond to your new energy, to your new vibration in ways you never thought possible. Imagine this for a moment. What if you could wake up tomorrow and feel an energy, a force, a potential within you that you never knew existed? What if you could step into a day where your thoughts and emotions were not controlling you, but instead you were controlling them? What if, for once, you could experience life not as a reaction to what happens around you, but as an intentional creation of what happens through you? This is the world that is coming. But here's the catch: you won't experience it unless you choose to. You won't experience it unless you make the conscious decision to let go of the old patterns, the old habits, the old ways of thinking. You have to release your attachment to the limitations that have kept you stuck in the past. You have to be willing to face the unknown, to step into a future that doesn't look anything like the past. You have to be willing to trust in the process, to trust that the universe will support you when you align yourself with this new way of being. What is coming is a life that is so much bigger than you can imagine. It's not about achieving more or doing more, it's about becoming more, becoming the person who is capable of living in alignment with the infinite potential of the universe. It's about discovering the power within you to create a reality that is no longer limited by fear, by doubt, or by the beliefs you've held for so long. This is the power of transformation. This is the power of creation. And you might ask yourself, how can I prepare for this? The answer is simple: you prepare by being willing to change. But in order to access this, you must first change how you think. You must begin to rewire your brain and release the old patterns that have kept you stuck. You must begin to change your energy, to raise your vibration, and to step into a new frequency, a frequency that aligns with the highest version of who you can be. This process doesn't happen overnight, but every single moment that you decide to shift your thoughts, shift your emotions, and shift your energy, you are one step closer to unlocking the reality that has always been waiting for you. What is coming is not a distant event. It is not something that will happen tomorrow or in the distant future. It is happening right now, in this moment, in the choices you make every day. It is happening every time you decide to release an old belief. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, every time you choose to align with a higher vision for your life. You are not ready for what's coming because you haven't yet fully realized the extent of your own potential. But when you do, when you truly understand the power you hold within you, you will begin to see that the life you've been dreaming of is not only possible, it is already within your reach. So I ask you, are you ready to step into the unknown? Are you ready to release the limitations of your past and embrace the incredible power that lies within you? Because what is coming is not something you can predict with your mind. It is something that can only be experienced when you embrace the unknown, when you trust in your ability to create and shape your own reality. The question is, will you be ready to embrace this new reality when it arrives? Will you be ready to step into the life you were always meant to live? You might feel that you have a sense of control over your life, that you've charted your path and that the future is simply a continuation of the past. But I'm here to tell you that you are not ready for what is coming. And the reason you're not ready is because what is coming cannot be understood with the mind that you've been conditioned to use, the one that measures, analyzes, and predicts. What's coming is a transformation so profound, so deep, that it will challenge everything you think you know about yourself, the world, and reality itself. Let me take you deeper into this idea. The life you have been living, the one defined by time, by cause and effect, by limits and obstacles, is a reality built upon a certain set of assumptions. These assumptions have shaped your thoughts, your behaviors, and your beliefs. Your idea of who you are and what you're capable of has been constructed over time, based on the patterns of your past, the experiences you've had, and the beliefs you've accepted as truth. But the reality you have been living in is a construct of the mind, a construct that, while seemingly real, is nothing more than a reflection of your internal state. It's the product of your consciousness. And what's coming will require you to step beyond this consciousness, beyond the limits of your old self. Right now, you are trapped in a state of perception that is based on what you've experienced before. The mind constantly draws from your memories, your habits, and your beliefs, and it projects these into the future. You are living today through the lens of your past. Every decision you make, every reaction, every interaction is colored by the stories you've told yourself and the emotions that are tied to those stories. But what if I told you that these patterns are not the truth of who you are? What if I told you that who you are goes far beyond what your mind tells you, far beyond your past, far beyond your conditioning? What is coming is a reality that operates outside of the limits of your past experiences and beliefs. It's a reality where you are no longer limited by the conditioning of your upbringing, the programming of society, or the wounds of your past. It's a reality where you, the observer, become the creator of your life, where your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy are the very forces that shape your experience. But here's the key: this shift doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't come because you wish for it or because you wait for it. It comes when you make the conscious decision to release the old version of yourself, the one that is still attached to the past, to old habits, to limiting beliefs, and to fear. The change happens when you realize that you are not a prisoner of your history. You are the creator of your future. In this process, you will be required to step into the unknown. The unknown is not something to fear, it is the realm where infinite possibilities exist. The unknown is the space where the past has no hold over you, where the limitations of your previous experiences no longer define what's possible. But to enter this space, you must first relinquish your attachment to the known, to the familiar, and to the idea that the future is just an extension of the past. You see, most people are stuck in a loop. They wake up, they think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and create the same experiences. They are trapped in a cycle that keeps them tethered to a life they don't truly want. And because they are trapped in this cycle, they never create anything new. They never break free from the limits of their old self. But what if I told you that this cycle can be broken? What if you could wake up tomorrow and step into a new reality, one where you are no longer dictated by the limitations of your past, one where you are free to create a future that aligns with your highest potential? This is the power you hold within you. It is the power of your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy. Your consciousness is not a passive observer of reality, it is an active creator. And what is coming is the moment when you realize this power, when you recognize that you are not bound by time, by past memories, or by limiting beliefs. You have the ability to step into a new reality, one that is shaped by the thoughts you choose to think, the emotions you choose to feel, and the energy you choose to emit. But here's the truth: this power comes with responsibility. You cannot change your reality by simply wishing for it or hoping that it will magically happen. You must take responsibility for your own energy. You must take responsibility for the way you think, feel, and act. You must become aware of the energy you are putting out into the world, because that energy is what shapes your experience. If you are still holding on to negative thoughts, negative emotions, or beliefs that limit your potential, you will continue to create a reality that reflects those beliefs. The key to stepping into the reality that is waiting for you is the willingness to let go of who you think you are and embrace who you are becoming. It requires a shift in your identity, a shift from being someone who reacts to life based on past experiences to someone who consciously creates life based on the present moment. Think about it: every time you choose to respond from a place of fear, doubt, or insecurity, you are reinforcing the old version of yourself. Every time you choose to react from your past wounds, you are creating a future that is tied to your past. But every time you choose to think a new thought, feel a new emotion, and act in alignment with the person you want to become, you begin to rewire your brain and shift your energy. And with that shift, your reality begins to change. The reason most people are not ready for what is coming is because they are not yet willing to do this deep inner work. They are still attached to the idea of who they think they are and who they think they should be. They are still attached to the beliefs and habits that have kept them stuck in a reality they don't truly want. But you are ready. You have within you the potential to step into a new reality. You must choose to believe in the possibility of something greater. You must choose to believe that you are not limited by your past, by your circumstances, or by your beliefs. You must choose to believe that you are capable of creating a life beyond your wildest dreams. And when you make that choice, when you commit to stepping into the unknown, to letting go of the old version of yourself, that's when the true transformation will begin. That's when you will awaken to the power that has always been inside of you. And when you do, you will realize that what is coming isn't just a shift in your life, it's the beginning of a new reality, one that you are the creator of. You are not just a participant in this world, you are the architect of your own experience. So I ask you again, are you ready for what is coming? Because what's coming is a reality beyond your imagination, a reality where you are free to become the highest version of yourself. And that version of you is waiting to be born. The question is, will you allow it to happen? Will you step into the unknown and create the life you were always meant to live?